What's up, everybody? We're here at the first video of today. My co-main event breakdown, and guys, finally I get to do a breakdown on a fight. I've been very 50-50 with a lot of people on. I'm not 50-50 on who I think the winner is going to be. It's just a lot of people I know are either picking one or the other. Michael Chandler takes on Paddy the Body in the fucking co-main for 5 rounds. Paddy's going to beat this guy by submission in round 3. Guys, we're here to tell you the tape on the co-main. We're 2-1 or 1-2 in the co-mains right now, so time to even that shit back up. But let's get right on into it. Dude, stylistically, Chandler has a nightmare for Pimblett. But there are so many factors outside of their styles that I feel play into this fight. First off, let's look at their mindsets and where they're at in their careers. Paddy is 6-0 in the UFC. Yes, kind of having here and there controversial fights, is coming off of the best performance of his career against the best opponent on paper that he's had. Chandler just keeps fucking losing. He was out of the ring for about 2 years, then comes back to get fucking 50-45 by Oliveira. Didn't get 50, 49-46 by Oliveira, but dude, let's get right into why I think Paddy's going to win overall. Let's talk about first of all their size. Yes, Chandler's going to be the more heavy guy in terms of walk around weight, I believe. I believe Chandler walks around heavier than Paddy does. But Paddy's a large frame at lightweight, man. He's got very long legs. He's got 3 inches of leg reach over Chandler. He's got about 1.5 inches of leg reach over Chandler. Guys, I'm tired as fuck after work, but then I gotta go train in literally an hour. But fuck this shit. And then I gotta come back, make 2 more vids. Fuck it. I think when you look at Chandler's fights, yeah, he always hurts guys, but he's not a very good fight finisher unless he knocks you out with 1 punch. The Dan Hooker fight was, I think Hooker was done from the knockdown. The knockdown did send him flying, and I am very worried for Paddy because, guys, I'm not trying to act like Paddy's good. This is what I'm trying to point out to you guys. Paddy isn't the best fighter in the world, or even, in my opinion, a top-tier lightweight skill-wise. But the confidence this guy has, the ability in which I've seen him, been rocked in cage. I've seen this guy rocked out on his feet in Cage Wars and comes back to win. He is a dog at the end of the day, and I do actually see him getting hurt in this fight. By Chandler in round 1. Chandler hurts everybody he fights. The thing is, I just don't think he's going to 1-punch KO Paddy, bro. I think he's going to hurt him, swing himself, not out. But I can see a situation where Chandler rocks Paddy with a straight down the middle. As Paddy, guys, he does keep his chin very high up, which is really worrying. His guard is really wide and loose, and his hands are always down. So whenever you're fucking watching Pimblett strike, you're like, oh my god, this guy has no fucking clue what he's doing. But then you realize, okay, everything he hits his guys with, though, they don't like. Every shot he was kicking Green with, every kick he landed on Bobby Green hated. He actually forced Bobby Green to shoot that takedown. Once people don't understand is, why the fuck would Bobby shoot a takedown on him? Just gave Paddy the win. No, Paddy's the one that took Bobby Green's legs out with a low calf kick. If you actually rewatch it, Green has no choice but to move with the forward pressure that his body's falling towards. Gravity's pulling him one way. He's going to follow gravity. He followed gravity, shot that takedown like he could. And don't forget, Bobby Green's a fucking wrestler too. He's not a wrestler at heart in the UFC. He's fucking a hood style. But, no, he's a primary boxer in the UFC. But he does come from a wrestling background, and it was probably instinct for him to just shoot a takedown in that moment. And Paddy caught him in the moment. had him in the guillotine, threw it over to a triangle, armbar, put Green out cold in seconds. Pure efficiency by Paddy Pimblett. And, there's things about him that I worry about. Like, one, his striking defense isn't there. But, bro, in the Gordon fight, I'm not trying to take away the credit from Gordon. But you can clearly see where Paddy broke his foot in that fight. I think it was in the first round, late 2 minutes in. If you go rewatch it, he throws this one kick, gets blocked right on the elbow of Gordon, and Paddy takes a weird step right after. From then on, he doesn't kick as much, and goes on to have a really, really close fight with Gordon, which I think Chandler would sleep and kill in 2 seconds. But we've got to go on to the IQ of Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler can wrestle Paddy for 5 rounds if he wants to, but he won't do it. He can stick to a low kick game plan, chop Paddy's legs down, and then chin him late in round 3 by setting up Paddy. But he won't do it. He has a lot of ways he can win, but he won't do it. You know the way Chandler's going to fight every time. Chandler's going to come in there, entertainment first. My career's cooked. I'm never going to become UFC lightweight champion. And I think he's going to go balls to the walls in the first round against Paddy. And I actually see a situation like in the 5th round of the Oliveira fight, of the Oliveira rematch, how Charles took, not advantage, but was able to get out of the way when Chandler threw that big left hook. After he rocked Charles, he threw that big left hook and overextended himself and then gave time for Charles to recover. I think Paddy, yes, he's not Charles, but I think Paddy's going to take his back in a situation like that. And I have a weird feeling that that's actually going to be a sequence that happens in this fight in the first round. I do think Michael Chandler's going to rock Paddy in the first round, but immediately have his momentum stuffed by a Paddy back take. And I could see Paddy taking the whole round there. And, Chandler, actually, I can see Chandler getting out late in round 1 and kind of going for it at the end. But I just think Chandler's going to gas himself in this fight. And I do think Paddy will too. I think this fight being 5 rounds is guaranteed not to go the distance. Paddy can win by points maybe if they're both tired and Paddy just is able to outstrike a tired Chandler. But, I think Paddy's going to actually surprise Chandler with his strength. I think Chandler's going to be stronger early. But I think Chandler's power and his explosivity will fade as Paddy's will go, but nowhere near. You'll notice it on Chandler. Paddy, he'll just be open mouth breathing, still be throwing his kicks with power, still be throwing his punches hard. And, let's talk about the wrestling. Do I think Paddy Pimblett can get offensive takedowns on Michael Chandler? I don't. I don't think Paddy's going to be able to. But how I see Paddy actually getting this submission is by rocking Chandler on the feet. I've always had this weird suspicion since this fight got made that Paddy's gonna catch Chandler and drop him. Because if Tony Ferguson can drop you, yes, it was kind of off balance. Tony Ferguson dropped him. Chandler's chin isn't the best. And I actually think Paddy has a better chin. One thing I don't want from Paddy in this fight is to exchange with Chandler in the pocket. But I have a weird feeling he might. And he might actually catch Chandler in the pocket. I have a weird fucking feeling, dude. My voice is gone, guys. But I can see even Paddy eating a shot, fucking emoting at Chandler. We don't get fucking knocked out. But, I really do agree with these odds. I think the fight's close. I do think Chandler's going to kind of win the first round just off of damage in people's opinion. But in my opinion, and in the judge's opinion, I think Paddy will be winning this fight by 2 rounds to nothing before he gets the finish. I think it's going to be pretty good look for Paddy, man. I think people are really going to... I said this about Lerone, you little fucking Leon Edwards clone, Leon Spedwards. But I think Paddy's actually going to gain a lot of respect after this fight. And I think the people that are picking him into this fight, the people that are picking Paddy to win, are going to look really smart if he finishes Chandler. And I think he's going to, bro. I think we're going to do the play-by-play of how I think it's going to go. I think round one, Chandler's going to come out hard leg kicks, try to put a real pressure on Paddy. And I think Chandler's going to be dipping to the body straight a lot in this fight, a lot. And how I think he's going to catch Paddy is I think he's going to dip down, like he's going to kind of fake, maybe tap at the knee, right straight down the middle. Kind of like Ilya and Max. Not as clean of a strike, obviously, because Chandler's a fucking bean. But I think Chandler's going to land a big right straight on Pimblett as Paddy backs up with his chin straight in the air. But I think Paddy's going to see the shot just in time to not get flatline KO'd or even dropped. I think Chandler's going to go running in. I think he's going to go straight headshots, no body investment, not a leg kick thrown. And I can see him really doing the same shit he did in round 5 of the Oliveira fight and really overextending on one of his hooks. And I think Paddy's going to be able to take the back for about 2 minutes in the fight. I think Chandler's going to be able to explode late into round 1 with about 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. I think he'll be able to explode out, hitting Paddy on the guard, kind of. Maybe 1 or 2 get through. Paddy looks like he's in trouble, but that's going to be the end of round 1. Maybe the judges give it to Chandler. Maybe they give it to Paddy. I'm going to say they lean. Actually, I'll say they lean Chandler on round 1 on damage. But we're going to go on to round 2, where I feel Chandler is going to be fighting at a much more measured pace. I think it'll give Paddy a real window to kick at range. I don't think Paddy's going to be scared to be taken down in this fight. I think Paddy's going to be wanting to be taken down in this fight. Yeah, man, I think it's going to be a great fight while it lasts as well. Chandler's never in a boring fight. Neither is Paddy, really. Other than that Gordon garbage. But Paddy also lands a lot, dude. And I can see him in round 2 after Chandler. I can see it off of a Chandler low kick. I can see a Paddy right straight flash knockdown on Michael Chandler. Fuck, I'm losing my voice. Where I think he hurts Chandler with a 1-2. The right straight as the straight lands tip of the chin as Chandler throws the kick. Chandler goes down. I think we're going to see another classic Chandler Xbox 360 spin. This guy, I don't know why when he gets dropped, he just feels the need to fucking tornado spin out of it. Old Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez style, but I don't know, bro. I think he's going to do that and get controlled for the rest of round 2. I think Paddy's going to have a pretty clear round 2, and I actually think Chandler's really going to start to feel Paddy's size and pressure late into round 2, and I think he's going to start to be breathing heavier and heavier, sorry. And I see in round 3, Paddy shooting a takedown, Chandler kind of reversing it, Paddy scrambling back up to the feet. Paddy kind of hurts Chandler against the fence, and I see him circling to the back, taking the back. Chandler tries to kind of bridge out and I don't really think Chandler's going to have shit once this fight hits the ground. I think he'll be strong in some positions, like in full guard and in stack guard if he ever gets there. If he ever gets there, Paddy might be fucked, guys. But maybe Paddy triangles him. I don't know. I think in round 3, though, Paddy Pimblett's going to win this fight by a rear naked choke. I think he's going to find the back take off of hurting Chandler, guys. I think he's going to hurt Michael Chandler. And I think it's going to be in round 3, early round 3. I think it's going to be round 3, about 2 minutes in. I think the choke's going to be fully in. Chandler's going to have no choice but to tap. And guys, I think that's going to do it, bro, for the breakdown. Sorry I couldn't really break it down as I wanted. Yeah, voice is fucking dying on me right now. But dude, I just think Chandler's not... I think he doesn't have this. And I still haven't even talked about my main point. Paddy Pimblett has fucking plot armor. What do you guys not understand? If this fight hits the judges' scorecards and it's close, it will go to Paddy. Bro, the UFC has this weird thing where every guy that the young star is supposed to get fucked by on paper destroys them or just looks really good against them for no reason. They don't even need to be O'Malley and Jan. On paper, Jan was like a 2-1 favorite, 3-1. Yes, I did think the fight was going to be closer than people thought, but I didn't think it was going to be that fucking close. Like, what did Sean O'Malley do to level up from fucking Chris Moutinho and Raleigh and Paiva to fucking Piotr Jan? But I have a feeling, guys, it's going to be another one of those situations where Paddy Pimblett's going to be able to shock everyone with the performance, really fuck up Chandler with the low kicks and the body kicks. At range, I think he's going to sting Chandler. I think a lot's going to be in I think a lot's going to be in trouble for Chandler. Chandler only can win this fight by KO, unless he does a wrestling grind out decision. But I don't think he has it in him to be able to grind out a decision, and I don't think he'll wrestle with Paddy for 5 rounds due to the danger of getting submitted. Yeah, guys, this is going to be really it for the breakdown. My voice is fucking killing me. My nose is stuffed as well. I don't know how I'm going to get 2 more videos in for you guys, but I'm going to get it done. Let me know what you guys want in the comments for video ideas. And, guys, the pick is going to be Paddy Pimblett by round 3, rear naked choke submission. And... guys, it sucks because I like Chandler. I always not picked him to win, but always wanted him to win. Always rooted for him in his fights. Picked him to beat Oliveira twice like a retard. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it, bro. Paddy Pimblett's gonna get this done. I think he's gonna call out Charles Oliveira or Arman. I think he's gonna call out Charles or Arman, and I think he gets fucking KO'd by Oliveira and KO'd on the ground by Arman. But I do think he gets past Michael Chandler. And if they give him Conor McGregor, maybe, do that fight in a stadium, I'm sure Pimblett will take that fight. We're on to you soon. Please, Volk. But... yeah, that's going to do it for the pick, guys. Paddy Pimblett, round 3, rear naked choke. What are you fucking talking about, lad? I'm going to fucking sub this Mong, Michael Chandler. I'm going to fucking sub him in the 3rd round. That's going to do it for the video, guys. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.